Okay, you guys, I saw Heated Rivalry. I finished it yesterday. Let's get into it. I feel like this is the kind of story that you can only really understand if you are like a category 5 yearner, like if you have yearned with the best of them, because this is really a show about distance and desire, okay? It's about holding a photo or an image or like an imprint of somebody in and on your body and like being able to tune into that feeling and like experience it like it was happening to you in the moment. And I feel like there is such a beautiful symphony of music that is underscoring this show. Like it feels like 2014. It feels like 2016, right? Like we are hearing Wolf Parade and we're listening to like My Moon, My Man all the way through, right? They're texting and My Moon, My Man, unchangeable. And I'm like, when is this gonna end? It goes through the entire record loop. Okay, they're not cutting, okay? They're taking their damn sweet time. And that's like part of what I think is so appealing and sensual about this show is that there's moments where we really sit in it, right? Like feels almost like you're watching time jump, but you're also kind of watching a play. You're watching people sit in a moment and feeling that moment kind of run through them and change them in real time. Like you're watching people being changed by deep radical listening and by carefully considering each other from a distance. And honestly, I feel like I thought that like I feel like up until I don't know, maybe like last year, I was like, I'm done with yearning, you guys. I'm not into yearning anymore. I don't want to be in a thing where I'm wondering about this person and I'm wishing about them. And the thing is that isn't any relationship you have with someone, some small, like isn't any good connection that is worth doing or meaningful, doesn't it have some little dollop of yearning in it? Like think about your high school friends or think about like your old neighbor. Like like there's like think about your grandmother. Like think about the things in your life that you are not currently sitting with right now and the moments that you had with them. Like that is just it's so precious and so embodied. And I think that the show really captures that. I think the show is actually also talking a lot about surveillance, and I think it's using those floor to ceiling windows as a fucking symbol. Um, because you see every time in the beginning they're having sex, they're in a hotel room. Hotel rooms are transient by nature. Um, they have floor to ceiling windows, so you can see the whole city, which is a constant reminder of the fact that Ilya and Shane they're under surveillance and they're kind of pulling one over on everyone in plain sight. And in the end, when we see them at the cottage, when we see them at Shane's parents' table, we've seen that they've transitioned from being in a place where they are like hiding in plain sight, having an illicit affair, and they're in a place where they can actually just genuinely be natural with each other and really kind of just be together because they're secure in their love and in themselves, and they feel, maybe they don't feel like fully safe, maybe not all their problems are solved, but you can see the transition from being watched, being afraid of that watching, and like sort of like persisting anyway, and being able to see a path forward where they could really just be together. Like when you see them go out on the open road, you're like, they're really just gonna go be together. And like that's for somebody who's been yearning for years for someone, the prospect of just being together, and then the work that is done in every meeting when people are distant from each other, like it's like every time you see this person that you're yearning for, all of this stuff sort of spills out and things happen so quickly because like all of this time has been spent sort of like building and pickling up to that interaction. Then suddenly someone says something like, you've changed me. And it means so much because we've been watching them being changed in real time by each other, but not seeing each other. Anyway, oh my God, it's so good. It's so beautifully done. And honestly, it's making me reconsider some of these relationships that I've had. I'm reconsidering my relationship to yearning and understanding that it can be a beautiful one, Because like from yearning comes all those songs, like all the things she said, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head. Because, they did like boy version. Also, that scene was hot. Yeah, like where do these songs come from? They're like literally pickled yearning. Every good song I've written has been a yearning song or a sad song, but the sad songs are also about yearning because they're about sad. Like I'm yearning for a time when I wasn't sad. So I don't know. It really did make me think about my relationship to yearning, and also the fact, like honestly, there was something healing in it because I think those of us who like have weird attachment styles, anxious avoidant, disorganized, whatever, you kind of have, like, I do this thing where I just invent how somebody else feels about me in my head. Like, I'll be like, okay, well, I like this person, I love this person, so they must be pulling away, right? Or like, this person doesn't miss me when I'm not there. And obviously I don't feel that way about most every relationship, but every once in a while that inner saboteur comes to call and says like, hey, maybe this person that you kind of feel like you love kind of feels like they don't love you anymore, right? And seeing the show reminded me how mutual things have to be in order to get to a certain level of intensity. You know, like, you actually do have to, like, things don't happen unless, like, only a few things don't happen unless there's momentum behind it. Things don't happen multiple times unless there's like shared momentum around it. Like, nobody is out here forcing them to, like, Shane could have at any point not texted back. Ilya at any point could have gotten a new lover. It would be easier if they did, right? But yeah, love is powerful, you guys. Love changes the world, as we saw from Scott Hunter's story, you know, like, it could be something, and acts of care. Like, when we commit an act of care, when we take care of each other, like, that is love. Like, I don't think people understand that. Like, making a smoothie for someone else, like, that's love. The attention that you're giving to these ingredients, when, like, and I think there's so many examples of this, like, you know, like making a tuna melt for somebody else, you know, or like, I got you like the ginger ale, like, you know, like stocking the ginger ale in Ilya's fridge. Like, all of these things are acts of love, and they're small, but they are like meaningful evidence of love. And I think we can't forget those things. We have to like see love where it is for what it is and appreciate it before it's too late, you know?